It's KD the one, and I'm back with another reaction video. I'm not gonna lie, you know I'm normally late to this type of shit. Offset got shot, rushed to the hospital after beating up Lil TJ. I'm not gonna lie. I'm normally late to this type of shit, so I want to know what the fuck
Offset
going
got
on.
shot about an hour ago in the stomach after slapping a living-ish.
If you want more videos like this, please like, comment, subscribe. You know I'm gonna have the original video in the description if you don't want to hear me yap over it.
Out of Lil TJ in Florida. Before we even discuss what took place today, let's rewind a little bit to talk about why Offset and Lil TJ even got beef, or why there was even an altercation today. So Lil TJ came on social media about this time last year to expose Offset for being in debt and owing him money and not wanting to pay. Lil TJ will call Offset a broke you know what and claim nobody should ever borrow Offset money ever again because he's a bum who won't pay it back.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that casino. He was popped. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. He must got a gambling addiction.
I've been hearing a lot about this shit. Like, not this topic in general, but like niggas in the rap community having gambling addictions, niggas who are like low key like really broke, but they don't really like. I've been hearing a lot about this type of shit. So like, I believe it's true. I believe, well, not really Offset in general, but like shit like this is true. People like this, they out here now.
Yo, he just popped. He called it cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? For my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes nap. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about.
Hey, bro, don't play with niggas' money, bro. I feel like that's the one thing that like you shouldn't do in life. If you have like a friend or someone's close to you and they don't mind handing you a little something and you gonna pay it back, that's fine. But don't play with these niggas' money, especially if you don't really know them. You don't know what type of shit they on. Some people really don't play about money.
Got mad, bro. I definitely run off 5 bands. He popped for the.
Lil TJ could have had a better approach, but yo, after a while of you owe me my money, man, I don't feel like I gotta be a gentleman anymore about it, bro. Like, you know you owe me money, but you're ducking me.
Where you
so
at?
TJ wrote Offset and he says, "Where you at? Where you at? Not gonna lie, I'ma slap the whole ish out of you." Offset responded back, "LOL, huh? You joking, right?" Now, Lil TJ don't even know, and Igaboo loved this. Understand what I mean when I say an Igaboo loved this. Now, I don't borrow Igga's money for a reason because I know how that turns out. Igga will want to beef with you about the same money he owes you. Lil TJ don't even know he just gave Offset a way out. Igaboos are already looking not to pay you back. And their path of action not to pay you back, they usually pretend like it's smoke. They usually fake a beef with you. So Lil TJ beat Offset to the punch. Offset was already gonna try to fake a beef with Lil TJ so he don't have to pay him back. Lil TJ saying that, or Offset like, today is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it, man. I don't gotta pay back that low money because of smoke. Offset told that boy, I'ma smoke you about the money you owe me. You gonna kill me about money you owe me?
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of wild. Like, this, it's kind of why I say, like, these the type of niggas we make famous. These the type of niggas that we sit here and idolize. These the type of niggas that, like, there is no honor in thieves. I understand that, but like, and real shit, imagine you give a nigga $12, you slide up and be like, hey bro, you got that 12 I gave you? And the nigga looks at you, 12? Nigga, you gotta get that back in blood. I'd be mad too. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I'm not gonna lie. I don't see no honor in that.
Nah, I don't borrow Iggas money, man. I don't even deal with Iggas when it comes to things.
Shit, that in general, I don't really see no honor in borrowing shit, like borrowing another person's money. But like, I understand if you down, don't throw away a blessing. But like, nigga, you not down. You sitting here on some shit. You fucking gambling your shit away, my guy.
Things like this, man. Somebody says Offset says you barely lived already. Who the F you think you talking to, Ninja? You gotta be talking to the wrong Ninja. I'm in New York right now. Come smack me, little boy.
Right now.
So Lil TJ was the one who posted this, by the way, and he tagged Offset and he says, Offset, yo, pay that tab, homie. Don't fade yourself over a little 10-pack. TJ responded back to Offset and he says, Miami. Offset says, if it's that, stop DMing me for trace reasons. TJ says, nah, never that, little bro. I just want my 10. Offset says, say that. Now, Lil TJ shared this and he says, do not loan Offset no money. He's popped. LOL, just in case. Lil TJ then made an Instagram post where he says, I could never be broke like Offset running off making smoke over lunch money. I'ma have to smoke on 100 streams for it to get to all that. But yeah, free smoke tomorrow for ninjas. Offset then commented and he tags Lil TJ and he says, let's hit on live. I'll fly to you. This ain't gonna stop your fell off allegations. Offset then says, meet me in New York and give me a one on live. I've seen Lil TJ fight playfully. I've seen Offset fight on camera. Let's just say, based on my understanding and expert analysis of their Iga chakra, I'll probably give the advantage to Offset. I don't feel like Lil TJ really wants to fight Offset particularly.
I feel like if a nigga mad, a nigga mad. Like he said, he seen old dude play fight. He never seen old dude sit there, get on a nigga, actually want to fold a nigga. Like, I don't know how serious he is about this altercation. Well, we know old dude got shot. But in real shit, if a nigga mad enough to shoot you, imagine what he would have did putting hands on you. Could have been the fact that old dude don't know how to fight.
But
maybe he do.
Once it goes to social media, there's really no copping it, because the first person to DM the other person and say, "Hey man, yo, what are we doing, bro? Bro, let's just talk about it." And there's a screenshot of that person DMing the other person first. Now that person is going to be known as a mark and a buster online, right? That's just a fact. Now this could be avoided if Offset didn't have a gambling addiction. Offset has a gambling addiction, bro. Lil TJ isn't the only one that Offset owes money to. Offset got exposed by Selena Powell by calling her in the middle of the night at the casino and asked her to bring him $15,000 so he could keep on gambling. He's a fiend. Now, just like Lil TJ, he didn't pay back Selena Powell either.
Like, yo, I need a favor. This
Wait,
is a
let's
test.
not skip over that. He told her to he still needed that. He still needed that.
Yeah. Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, I have I sent him the video, all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it, because I have a ton of 20s and then hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No, yeah, no.
All right. I feel like this nigga, like they said, he got a bad gambling addiction. But to be the type of person to not only just gamble your money, but gamble the people around you, I feel like that's a different level of grimy. Like, imagine you don't want to just get your loss. You want the people around you to feel the loss too.
No.
Because
that's an addiction. That's an addiction.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually did. But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Let me just give him the hundreds. he was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not gonna do every single detail and have this.
She's working
really...
on her 40-minute straight drive.
And just like Offset did to Lil TJ, when it came back to paying back the money he borrowed, all of a sudden Offset created beef so he don't got to pay it back. So Selena Powell would post on her social media that she was getting threatened by Offset because she asked Offset to pay back the money that he owes her. So she took to her social media to says, if anything happens to me, Offset did it. She would also go and says, tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day and got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000. I tried to get my money back for weeks and all I've gotten is threats. So
Now that I find is wild, bro. A grown man threatening a female because you ask her for money. That she got out of her bed, she did whatever she had to do to give you what you needed. And now, like, I don't know. Like, I don't like this grimy ass.
this is like the Offset play, man. If you've been around people, serial money borrowers, serial always wanting something from you, always go, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. These people, they're sociopaths. They do these things, man. They get your money, then they create a beef with you so they don't got to pay it back. This is the play for broke, thirsty, dumb dusties. I just wouldn't think that Offset, who's a multimillionaire, would have to go down to this extent to create problems for himself so he don't have to pay back thousands of dollars when you are a millionaire. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Now, Selena Powell would even post a particular video from Offset, like pretty much exposing him in 4K as well. And here's what the video has to say.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. I'm thinking sweet. Shit ain't sweet, mama. On my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
Okay.
So, like this is just absurd, man. And apparently, Offset kept the same energy in person when he seen Lil TJ. The incident happened near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Now, Offset was indeed shot in the leg. Offset was transported to the hospital. He was listed in stable condition. Now, he's still in the hospital as far as I was told. Now, a rep for the Seminole County Police Department tells TMZ, we are aware of an incident that occurred at a valet area after 7 p.m. Monday outside of Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, that resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to an individual who was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood. The rep added Seminole police were on site immediately and the situation was contained quickly. 2 individuals have been detained by police. The investigation is ongoing. The site is secure and there is no threat to the public. Operations continue as normal. Here's what happened, okay? Lil TJ and Offset are both at this casino. Offset is a gambling addict. Offset is at the casino almost every day. If you're somebody who wants to meet Offset one day, go to a casino in Florida. Offset is gonna be there. That's just what Offset does. Offset is a gambling addict. I don't know why that's his thing. He's at a casino 24/7 gambling. So Offset and Lil TJ is both outside of the casino. They're in the valet area. While in the valet area, they ran into each other. I was told that Offset is who engaged the altercation. He engaged the confrontation. Now, like I said before, Offset is somebody who can fight. Offset, I don't think, is scared of Lil TJ not one bit. Now, I was told, Lil TJ wasn't backing down either. They both got in each other's faces. Offset took off on Lil TJ. Offset put hands and feet on Lil TJ. And somebody pulled out a gun and shot Offset. Now, who that person is, use your imagination. Who would have an invested interest in shooting Offset because Offset is whooping on Lil TJ? Use your imagination. Now, 2 people have been detained. It's unclear if Lil TJ is one of the 2 that's been detained. Now, Academics did say he spoke to Lil TJ representative as well as Offset representative. Now, Lil TJ and his rep is offering little to no information because obviously, duh, right? Like, what are they gonna say? Hey, bruh, like Lil TJ got his butt whooped, so Lil TJ and his associate shot Offset. Man, cut it out, bro. They can't say it. So they told Ack there was an altercation, but we can't say much at the time. Sorry, cat's out the bag, okay? Lil TJ was getting whooped on and shots were fired.
There's multiple people in custody, and police at this time, they're working to try to figure out what led to what happened. A lot of things to get to. We don't know the current status of both rappers at this moment. It's been reported that it's a leg shot when it comes to Offset, and it's supposed to be a non-life-threatening wound, but at this point, because he was transported to the hospital, we don't know the full details. Okay. Lil TJ is a little bit more elusive. Of course, again, I have a direct official source, heavily weighted, that confirms it. However, I did also talk to his team, and his team, while confirming that there might have been an incident, they weren't at liberty to tell me, or it's a lot of things going on. This is actually happening right now. So people are in custody right now. This probably happened like an hour ago, and they aren't confirming what my other source confirmed, but it is being confirmed. It's one of the best sources I could have that Lil TJ was shot. But anyway, the matter of fact is Lil TJ and Offset was involved in an incident. Okay. Now, clearly, I guess you guys could probably put two and two together. It appears that but most likely, Offset and Lil TJ probably got into maybe some altercation. Why would I say that? That would just be using context clues. They haven't been getting along. They have, kind of